It's great to be here, and it's great that this is happening. And my kudos and thanks to John Mitchell for all he's done for this evening. And to see this kind of support for teaching and learning is wonderful. Teaching helps keep you young. I fundamentally believe that. Even as my hair goes away, I used to say it turns white, but it's beyond white now. It's non-existent. Every September, I feel reborn when you come back and you see students. Where else can you have that experience that you get to mold young minds and get to be molded, if you allow yourself, by them? And that's something I want to touch on briefly, that sense of being molded by a class. Well, back in 2005, I taught a class on the playwright August Wilson, who John mentioned, when I was writing that book. And I was sure I was writing the definitive book on August Wilson, so I knew everything there was to know about him. And then I walked into this seminar. And it was the most amazing experience every 2 days of that first quarter in the fall of that seminar, and what the students, the undergraduates, would bring to me about August Wilson, insights into the plays, making me think differently about everything I thought about Wilson. And so when the book finally did come out and I finished it, I had to, in the acknowledgments, thank every single person in that class by name, because they changed the work. And they changed me and my thinking about Wilson as a result. So this idea of being changed, this idea of keeping young, has impacted me as I think about the job I do now as vice provost for undergraduate education at Stanford. One of the things we began is a thing that is still in existence called Faculty College. Faculty College is a place where faculty can come and incubate an idea together as a team. They can come and work on curricular like the chemistry department has done. So a variety of faculty come together from all 7 schools over the 4 years since we created it, and now it works and lives within VPTL. But in one case, there was a woman, she was what I'd call a recidivist. She came back a couple of times to Faculty College. And so I went up to her and asked her why. And what she said, that she loved to have the ability and a space and a place as a faculty member to get together with other faculty members from across the university and talk about teaching. We have spaces to talk about research, but to have that space to come and really share about teaching, she felt was marvelous. And that's one of the things that this night is celebrating, and that I feel is something that, as I mentioned before, helps to keep all of us young as we do this process of teaching. The process of teaching has also impacted me in terms of the work now at the VPUE, in terms of our work with introductory seminars, because there's a place where young youth really happens, because you're teaching freshmen. And I had a woman come into my office from the med school. The med school is very involved in undergraduate teaching. And she said that she wanted to teach a class because of her experience in terms of her own background of being at a liberal arts school. She wanted that contact with undergraduates. She wanted to teach a course. And I said, what do you want to teach on? And she said that she wanted to teach on childhood allergies. And she was really, that was her work. And I said, okay, that sounds great. I know we'll have a class and I know you'll be interested. That Sunday, I picked up the New York Times and the New York Times Magazine, and there was her picture as the leading theorist on childhood allergies, right? And you know, that's the kind of scholar we have at Stanford. But what's great is that's the kind of scholar who wants to be involved in teaching our students. And so I was thrilled to have her as part of the program, and she's still teaching now, and I'm sure that she feels like me and all of us in terms of that sense of being reborn every year, that sense that you can say Happy New Year in September and people know what the hell you're talking about. That sense that, and Petra wanted 5 words and I'll give them to you again, that sense that teaching helps keep you young. Thank you.